giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Harakah Kwadash, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and the house of David is rising. Who are the chosen seed today? So, who are the chosen seed today? We're going to see if we can answer that question. And we're going to look at a couple of precepts and go to some words. So we're going to start with Isaiah, and there's certain things as well. We're going to get into the Old Testament and the New Testament just to make this, it blows it out of the water, man. It's very clear by now, especially by now. But you got some headstrong, hard-headed Christians still in denial. But it's going to become more and more clear as we're in that time. Daniel's chapters 12. So the book is unsealed now, and the knowledge has increased. So who are the chosen seed today? Let's check out some of these precepts, see if we can make it clear in this video. Abaratazar be edifying. So Isaiah 41:8 says, "But thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham." So yes, man, we're going to get into some of these simple, basic, but Abaratazar, it makes it a matter of fact in this, according to the precepts we're going to look at. It's clear, it's evident, and that is why you're seeing the prophets out there on the streets, man, in the garments, and that's prophecy too. You will see that time will come when you will see them on every corner, street corner. Proverbs 1:20, wisdom crieth out in the street. So now I won't get into certain words here, but thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham. So we're going to see if we can catch some of these words in first of all the Google method. There's a method to the madness. So what Google says, first of all, what does Google say? It says the unit, or about seed, the unit of production of a flowering plant capable of developing unto another such plant. So it puts it in the way of plant. But it goes on, a man's semen, sperm, right? Sperm, right? And then, there's the other word is sperma. Sow land with seeds. A plant produce a drop of seed. So sperm, according to the man, that's the man seed, sperma or sperm. German, and it germinates and it becomes. Let's go on, and I tapped in another word here because it, first of all, it starts out as the unit of a production of a flowing plant capable of developing onto another. First of all, puts it in the as a plant. It breaks it down as a plant, but then it goes on and it talks about the sperma. So I tapped in another word, seed of man. Seed of man makes it. We're getting closer. All human beings are blessed with a special gift from our Creator, the seed through which we can produce and multiply according to His word. So that's now when you tap in, you get closer when you tap in seed of man. When you just tap in seed, first of all, it breaks it down as a plant seed. But then it goes on a bit better, and then it breaks it down as sperm or sperma. All humans beings are blessed with a specific gift from our Creator, the seed through which we can produce and multiply according to His word. So I got into this because I done my video yesterday and I was breaking down how the Most High is omnipotent, and this precept came up. And when I got into this word, Isaiah 41:8 started off with that. But thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham. And that's how I come up with that word there, seed. So I said, in my spirit, I said, let me go back and go into this word here, as we just looked at in the Google. And I wanted to see what it had to say in the blue letter. also. So a seed, according to the blue letter, it says H2233.
Strong's H2233. Zerah.
Alright, this may be a quick video. We're gonna see. Seed sowing offspring. Seed sowing offspring. A sowing seed. Again, semen viral, semen viral. Yeah, when someone is very fruitful, or a man very fruitful, they say he's virile. You know, he can spread his seed, and it germinates, or it makes the woman then pregnant quick. You understand that? Semen virile, offspring, descendant, posterity children. So I'm looking at these words, and some of them I know, some of them I don't know. But you know, that's all right, because I can always get back to them and make them into another video. Posterity children of moral quality, practitioner of righteousness, sowing. So there we have it, man. Semen virile, seed sowing offspring. That's what you come up with. But there's other interesting words as well. So that is what a seed is, according to the blue letter. And he said that he was going to multiply Jacob's seed, man. Pursuing for going back, you can go back to Genesis. That goes back to Abraham. We're going to take a look at some of those precepts. So, who has he chosen? I have chosen. You know, he's chosen Jacob. He goes back to he's chosen Abraham. And this makes it so much more clear. To choose, elect. And yeah, the word elect comes up here. Decide for. To choose. To be chosen. To be chosen, selected. Yeah, because as one of the elders was saying that these red people, these E's, walking around like they think that they're the people of the Bible. No, without a shadow of a doubt, the chosen people of the Bible are the so-called black people, what you love to hate. Specifically, the elect of the so-called black people. The elect of the elect. The elect of the black people are the Most High said he chose them. And there's many precepts we can go into back that up. As a matter of fact, we ain't gonna be able to go in through all of them, but look what I tapped in here. Just tapped in seed, or seed of Abraham. It says it occurs 85 times in 19 verses, yeah, in the KJV, including 8 exact phrases shown first, including 8 exact phrases shown first. So 85 times. We got that. We could back that up with precept by precept, man. And look at the precepts we got here. We can go back all the way. We can go back to Genesis here. Look, yeah. And God said unto Abraham, "Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondmaid, in all that Sarah hath said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice, for Isaac shall thy seed be called." From Isaac shall their seed be called. And it goes on, many precepts. We're going to hit some of the Genesis ones as well. So Isaac came from Abraham. We're going to get into that, man. We're going to get into that. So just wanted to start there. There's says there the seed of Abraham occurs 85 times in 19 verses. Let's get back to where he was in Isaiah. So we are the chosen seed, and we're going to get more into some of those precepts. It says, my servant. Now, what is this one? Because we serve an omnipotent God. So since I've done that video, that's the title of that video I did yesterday. We serve So what do we do? What does it mean to serve? Slave servant. In the context of the Most High though. Slave servant, man servant, subject, servants, worshipper. There you have it. In the context of what we're talking about. Servants, worshipper of God. Servant of Israel. Servant, form of address between equals. But here it is. Servant, worshipper of God. So to me, I just needed to get into this because you're hearing too much folly. Hearing too much folly out there from people such like Vocab Malone. And being that I was brought up in a Christian church, and I was brought up and that was drummed into my head. You know, now we know better. Pursuant to Daniel's 12 again, around 4. Knowledge is increasing now. So that ignorant, that spell, that juice, what they gave us to drink from childhood, most of us, even from school, from primary school, we thought we were nobodies, and we thought that they was the people. Every Christmas came around, and you know, you had the Christmas, the Christ Mass, and they done the plays, and they had a white boy. We thought it was a white man playing Joseph. Well, sometimes sometimes they had a black boy playing Joseph. So, but we still thought that was a bit odd. Even if we saw a black boy playing Joseph, the penny still never dropped. But some obviously some teachers knew better. But for the most part, we thought Jesus was a white man, a little white baby. Joseph with a white baby. What kind of folly was that in the plays? So we know better now, man. So that's us, man. We're the chosen. I have chosen the seed. That's us, and we're the chosen seed now, and we're the servants, the worshippers of God. So Isaiah 41:8 led me to get into this, and we looked at there's so many precepts we can look at. Here's another one here in Genesis, going back to the Old Testament, Genesis. So because there's no way getting around it. You can't make this up. You can't get around this. You can't get around it, man. Genesis chapters 26 and 24 says, "And the Lord appeared unto him the same night and said, I am the God of Abraham, thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and I will bless thee and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake." So that backs up the precept also in Genesis 1:28. Go be fruitful and multiply. As a matter of fact, let's look at that one now. Genesis 1:28. Then we can come back to that one. Genesis 1:27 says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him. Created he him, male and female. Created he them. And God blessed them and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth." The seed of man, we just looked at that in Google. That is a gift that the Most High gave man, to be able to have the seed to multiply. We looked at that. All human beings are blessed with a special gift from our Creator. See, Google got it right. The seed through which we can produce and multiply according to His word and according to His will. Going back to Genesis now in the blue letter. Let's look at this word. We will come back to Genesis 26 because that was a blessing, especially to Abraham. He was gifted with the blessing of God, man, to be fruitful, and his seed will become as the sands of the sea and the stars of the heaven, which you cannot count. So the ability to multiply, let's go into that one. And multiply, what does multiply break down into? First of all, the Hebrew and the Greek.
Strong's H 7235. Rava.
Yep. brother. So be or become great, to be or become many. Abraham was blessed with that, and there's many precepts to back that up too. Genesis 18 and 18, Genesis 12 goes into that. Genesis 26, become many, become great, be or become much, be or become numerous. Yeah, become many, become numerous, multiply of people, and also the animals also. And even after the flood, when they was led onto the ark after the flood, because they would have been wiped out. But they when they came out, that is why they went in 2 by 2, beast of male and female, so that when they came out, they multiplied again and replenished the earth again. The Most High's will. That was all of the Most High's will. So animals are included too. Numerous, multiply of people, animals and animals. To grow great. It's really the point is made. To make much, make many, have many. To multiply, increase. And we're gonna be numerous again on the earth. Which we're numerous even now, because that was a blessing given to Abraham. But it says that one shall become 1,000 in Iraq. That's Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 60. In the new kingdom, we're gonna be numerous. We're gonna have many concubines. Therefore, we're gonna have many wives. We're gonna have many. So therefore, we're gonna have many children. We're gonna be great. One shall become 1,000, and etc. etc. The point is made, but you see, I'm just getting a little bit of maneuvering around this. There's other things I can bring out. We just looked at multiply, be fruitful. Fruitful. To bear fruit, be fruitful, a fruitful branch. Yeah, because the seed of Abraham is described as a fruitful branch, man. Again, that was the blessing that was bestowed upon him from on high. That was a divine blessing from on high, a fruitful branch. Abraham was a fruitful branch, and we're the children here, and we're still here today to cause, to bear fruit, to make fruitful. How do we know we're still here today? Let's check out some of those precepts too. There's many things I can go into, many different directions I can go into, because there's a whole heap of edification I can get from this. Let's go to this one as well. We've made the point that we was blessed to become many, Abraham's seed, which that's us, to be great in the earth. And let me read it first. In Genesis 26 and 24 says, and he went up from thence to Bishtar, and the Lord appeared unto him at the same night and said, I am the God of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and I will bless thee and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake. Right, man. So again, that's the blessing that was bestowed upon us. Fruitful, a fruitful branch. So let's take a look at some of these precepts now in the New Testament. For all these doubters and Christians that really don't want to acknowledge that the seed is still here. As a matter of fact, I think I missed something. I think I made that point there. Yeah. Genesis chapters 1 and 1. We're going back to Genesis 1, and we read 27 and 28. In the beginning, God created the earth, the heavens and the earth. That's the point there. Most High created the heavens and the earth, and goes on to talk about the firmaments, and there was light, and then all the living beasts. And back now, this is where we went. We went to Genesis 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And then we went into 28. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and having dominion over the fish of the sea. So we was to be like God himself, right? We was going to have dominion over the fish in the sea. right? And be a caretaker to the planet. And that was a blessing from the Most High, as we just looked at too. Yeah, the creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So, and God went on to bless Abraham's seed to be multiply. Now, we wanted to make this point too. Romans chapters 11 and 1 says, "So then have God cast away his people," right? Because what did he say? He said he was going to bless them. So he didn't cast them away. All you scoffers and doubters, people like Volker Malone and all those that came, they came and went. Because the point was, the point is irrefutable and overwhelming. "Say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin." Alright, here you have it, man. And we know that goes back, and we can make that connection in Genesis 49. So there's another point in 2 Corinthians chapters 11 and 22. It says, "Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I." Yeah, just to hit the point and make it more plain. Even again, Apostle Paul's acknowledging that he's an Hebrew Israelite. And it mentions, we just looked at that in Romans 11. Yeah, he's from the seed of Abraham. So yes, he is too. Yeah, are they ministers of Yeshua, of the Mashiach, as it says here? Are they ministers of Christ for you Christians? That's how you pronounce it, verbatim. "I speak as a fool. I am more in labors, more abundant in stripes, above measure in prison, more frequent in deaths of." So are they ministers of that's the point. Makes it even more of the Most High, Yehoshai, who is from the tribe of Judah. So we can make that connection right here. Let's go to Genesis chapters 39. Talks about, and in 9, as a matter of fact, we could start from 8. It says, "Judah art thou whom," first of all, Israel prophecy concerning his sons. Right, this is when he sat all his sons down, right? And we know about the 12 tribe chart, irrefutable again. And he's told them their characters. He broke it down to them. "And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befell you in the last days." Right. So what did he tell them? We got all the tribes here. We can break down all of them here. Reuben, talk about Reuben. But as we know, the connection we're making is with Judah. And we know Yehoshai. And let's read. "Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee." Right, the father's children, that's all the other tribes of the son. They're the sons of Jacob. The 9 other tribes, or the 10 other tribes, go and bow down. Matter of fact, there's 12 tribes, so it's going to be 11. Yeah, go and bow down. Thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down to thee. Many examples that goes into that. "And Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stood down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?" And we're seeing that taking place today over there in America. A lot of the things taking place, the uprisings, the rebellions, what's taking place. Actually, it's still at the beginning stages. This is prophecy, and it's still at the beginning stages. When they rise up, as it says there, he crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And that's prophecy. That's going to take place, and you're going to see it's going to be like lions. I think it's in Malachi. It says that he's going to be in the midst of his enemies like dew on the grass. It's got to be like a lion devouring sheep, tearing sheep apart when he rises up to his fullness, as a typical lion does, especially when they're hungry. That's prophecy 2:10. Now, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come unto him, shall gatherer of the people be. And that's Yahushua when he returned, man. You understand? And it says that the scepter, and we know the scepter signifies his rulership. The scepter, as a matter of fact, let's get a quick one on this one, guy, on these certain words here. Scepter. Scepter. What is a scepter? Alright.
Strong's H 7626. Shevet.
Right.
And second entry, Shevet.
Rod, staff, branch, offshoot, club, scepter, tribe. And that also reminds me in Genesis 2. It says that we're gonna bash them with a scepter, yeah, and it's like an iron rod. So the scepter is a symbol of rulership, which is held by the ultimate Judite, Yahushua, which you Christians call him Jesus. It says that it shall not depart from his feet, so there should be no end to his rulership. It shall not depart from him. Yeah, the rod, which signifies his rulership, meaning that his rulership will continue, man. And that's also brought out in Daniel chapters 2 and 44. That kingdom will be an everlasting rulership forever, to time indefinite, ruled by Yahushua with that scepter, that rod, which symbolizes rulership to no end. And it says that rulership will not depart. That's all I needed on that. And that was the seed of Judah, the tribe of Judah. Now we can go to what did Apostle Paul say? He says he's what? Let's go back and read again in Genesis. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid, for I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. That's how we make that connection. When we go back to Genesis 49 and 27 says, the Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin, shall raven as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey. At night he shall divide the spoil. And that's one of the brothers. As a matter of fact, he was very close with Yosef, Joseph. He was a younger brother, which they both came from at the same mother. So he was very close with you might call him Yosef, which was the father of Ephraim and Manasseh. So some brothers say, I've heard it said, Benjamin is close with the northern tribes. I've heard it said, and I think I've seen it with my own eyes myself. As in Yosef or Joseph was the father of Ephraim and Manasseh, his two younger sons. And Yosef was also very fond of Benjamin. That was a younger brother, same mother, same father. So there was that closeness there. There was a closeness between them, and there's a closeness between that tribe too, Benjamin and Ephraim and Manasseh today, still. And there's a lot of Benjamites with that name. You know what I mean? Same name as Yosef over there, and I know this. I happen to know this. My mother's a Benjamite, so I happen to know this. There's a lot of Benjamites with that same surname, Yosef, over there in Jamaica. So there's some kind of close connection there. You put that together through that came to me in the spirit, but I've heard brothers say it as well. So yes, man, we're going to end there. I think that connection was made. As many other precepts can be brought out to back that up. Many other precepts. When you just tap it in, yeah, the seed of Abraham, or the seed of Abraham, 85 times, yeah, and 19 verses in the scriptures, and 8 exact phrases shown first. And we looked at a couple, we highlighted a couple. So we just wanted to make that connection, man. Yahshua Allah are the chosen seed, which are the seed of Abraham, and we're still here today. And it's backed up by a precept upon precept upon precept. Isaiah 41:8 says, because we are the chosen people, man. But thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham. The chosen seed is the so-called black people today. Enough said. Giving our praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai, and they never died off. And Yahweh Shai is going to come back, and he's going to take back. He says that he's going to take back everything by force, man. Daniel chapters 7 and 18. The saints shall take the kingdom. Matter of fact, why don't I end with that? The saints shall take the kingdom. So Daniel chapter 7 and 18 says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever. Right? And that's Yahshua Allah, yeah, the Prince of the Power. And Yahweh Shai, you Christians call him Jesus, he's going to come back to take back the kingdom, led by Yahweh Shai. So I want to look at this word. It's hard to resist some of these words. The saints. Okay, holy, separate, angels, saints. Yeah, Yahshua Allah, the so-called, the elect of the black people are described as saints. What does it say in the Strongs? Right, holy one, saint, and the ultimate saint, or the angel, Yahweh Shai. Again, so that's all I needed to bring out. The chosen people, the elect of the elect, are the seed of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever. So giving our praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai, to what that Yahweh Hashem Shai put in the spirit on me to do another video. Yes, the house of David is rising, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, shall and is falling upon their own heads. On to the next.